Why wouldn't it? Got it out the mud, so I'm pouring spray through it. Fuck that out the clubs.
Y'all got strikers on this shit? And this episode is brought to you by 4EVER13 Co.
What's going on? It's Hit Me Views and Sway.
What up, man? What's good with y'all?
Man, today we're doing an interview, Striker Spaces, with 4EVER13 Co.
You know how I go. Big mob shit. I can curse, right?
You good.
Alright, I just making sure, but hell yeah, bro, it's good.
Definitely. One of the other questions I always wanted to ask you was like, how has being from Charlotte influenced your style?
Being from Charlotte. Alright, so people like to say that Charlotte is slow on culture, a step behind, but if you really look into it, and you go into like vintage sports, you can really find a lot of culture and style from coming from Charlotte or being in Charlotte, originating from Charlotte. So I just kind of seen a lot of the older guys I was around. Like there's a few people that I seen like growing up in front of me, even if it's like maybe 4 years. I kind of seen how they were dressing. Like my boy Manny, never lost faith. He's probably one of the guys that I have like heavy influence with. I'm not sure if y'all know Jeff, but Jeff was in Charlotte. I don't think they're from there, but I seen them grow up. Their style kind of influenced me. My brother, of course. So like just having older people from the same city as me doing things and having certain swag and copying certain pieces and putting shit together, that's probably the biggest influence coming from my city. Just people older than me doing the shit that I like.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What made you want to get into fashion? Like what was like eye candy to you? Like, damn, I don't want to get into fashion just because I seen this. Or like what inspired you?
So for real, bro, I used to watch YouTube on niggas just collecting sneakers, and that was probably around like 6th or 7th grade. I remember I got my first pair of Jordans. It was the low top, not Pandas. Maybe they were Panda, I don't know. They looked like Concords, but they were reversed. I think they were called Pandas. And I remember I got those, and that kind of what started it all. It all started from like getting those pair of J's to now I'm starting to collect sneakers, to now I went from sneakers and starting to get into clothes and starting to get into real like pieces of clothing. So it all started from the sneaker game, and the sneaker game inspired the clothing game, and now it became a part of me. Like being fresh is me. That shit makes me happy. Like I don't look at it as, I'm gonna go buy these clothes. Like it's damn near art to me if you ask me, bro. Like that's just like having the mind to put that together with this, and then can this mess with that? Like I was saying earlier, the cold color palette, pattern palettes, like that shit is art to me. So I just kind of fell in love with searching for pieces and buying pieces and shit.
Yeah. As you were saying, like palettes, do you ever like dress with your emotions? Like this day, like this how I'm dressing because this how I feel.
No, I wouldn't say I dress too much based off my emotion. Like I don't be wearing all black if I'm sad or nothing like that. Yeah. And I don't dress too much off emotion. It's more so just what I feel looks good on me type shit. Yeah. Like pieces that I actually like and can put with other shit like that. But not too much of an emotional standpoint when it comes to how I put shit together.
Yeah. Pretty much like natural.
Yeah, just on some natural shit. Yeah, just if it's in you, you feel me, it's in you. If it's not, I don't know what to tell you, feel me?
Man, so lost. So like 4EVER13, how did you come up with the name 4EVER13?
I actually love when everybody asks me this question because the whole meaning of the company and my guys like is deep to me and to them. So my mom passed in '08. I was 7 years old, and she was born on March 13th, and my birthday is January 31st. So the 13 and the 31, those numbers intertwine. So I just kind of dedicate a lot of what I do to her and for her. Hence the 4EVER13. Like she was born on March 13th, and she passed. It's remembrance. Let her name live on through the brand type shit. And like I said, it's even more better because I'm born on the 31st. Those are the same two numbers, so it's like I had to do something with those two numbers, 1 and 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I love that. I love brands that just really have meaning, because maybe a lot of brands that don't have identity. You need to have an identity when you have a brand.
A lot of people just do it just because, or they think it's some, quick bread. Don't get me wrong, there's money in it, but that's my why though. Type shit to keep her name alive. Like I have I guess you could call it a sub brand underneath Forever 13, and it's gonna be called Sunshine's Valhalla. And I've been hinting it on my Instagram and shit, but Sunshine is my mother's middle name. I mean, not middle name, her nickname. That's what my dad used to call her. And Valhalla is Hall of the Fallen in Greek. So it's all reasoning, bro. Like all that shit has reason.
I like how you got that connected. That's smooth.
Where I appreciate it, but yeah.
Hey,
all that shit got reason.
Man ain't caught that one.
Yeah, see, it's deep, bro. This shit is real. It don't just be like, let me just, you feel me? Like maybe with designing, you might just take this and that, but it all got reasoning, bro. Like, it's all deep.
Would you ever do like since it is like sub, would you like do a collab with both of the brands?
Yeah. When I mean a sub brand, I don't mean like it's separated from Forever 13. It's just gonna be like its own whole collection. Like how the shorts is their own thing. I'm gonna have a Sunshine's Valhalla collection. We have Sunshine Valhalla, sweats, hoodies. Of course, it's still gonna be branded by Forever 13, but Sunshine Valhalla is gonna be its main focal point or its main staple when I'm designing. It's gonna be all designed around Sunshine's Valhalla type shit. Yeah, so stay on the lookout for that. That's gonna be coming real soon. Early spring, summer, 2023. That's coming.
Definitely fun. What's like your dream collab if you had to pick?
Like with another brand.
Another brand.
So my favorite brand ever is Supreme. So yeah, Supreme would probably be like, if I got the collab with Supreme, bro, I feel completed with this clothing shit. If I got to work with them. Like we said earlier, when it came to how I got into fashion, that was like the first brand that really introduced me into getting in clothing, because that's when like reselling Preem was hot. I was camping, trying to get box logos online, trying to get they box logos. So Supreme, that's really what started my whole fashion realm into clothing specifically, not just sneakers, but clothing and shit.
Supreme, that's a good one. A lot of people say nowadays like Supreme is quote dead, or like they don't got good pieces, but you gotta really look.
If you look, bro, like don't get me wrong, some of their new shit isn't the same. Like it's not the same as like their vintage pieces, but if you look, bro, I would never say Preem is dead. Like the hype might be dead, but the quality of Supreme, never, bro.
And they collabs, I like North Face collab.
North Face, they got a tree one coming out.
Yeah.
I love their tree collabs. They're Louis. They had one with Baby. They're competitors, but they got G-Shock. Like their collabs are hard as fuck. Like they be having some shit. Like
I'm be sleeping on collabs. No sleeping on Supreme collabs.
It's hard, bro. That's why I said Supreme would probably forever be my outside of my company, my favorite brand.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
What's a low key brand that nobody kind of like maybe ain't clocked? Kind of like
a low key brand that I like to wear. It's an underground brand. It's growing. It's called the Go Vintage Gallery. It's my boy in LA. He has a whole little platform down there. Definitely his brand. His brand is hard. He has also another collection called Raspberry Hills and all of that shit. You seen it? Yeah, that's
GVG
one of my
Gallery.
Go Vintage Gallery. That's my boy, bro. I love his brand. I love his
that's
work.
calm. You might check that out.
Yeah, check them shits out too. I love his brand, bro. His brand is hard. I take a lot of inspiration from him. We go back and forth. I talk to him in the DM, ask him questions and shit. Just because he's in that stature where I'm trying to reach.
Yeah.
A little bit of mentorship type shit, but I love his brand. I love what he's doing. Hell yeah.
What's like the creative process to like making? Because this is all art at the end of the day. So it's like, what's the creative process of how you get to make what you're making? Like,
so my design process, I'm not gonna say it's like unorthodox because everybody design their own way, but I might just be bored on my computer and I see something on Instagram and like, let me try to piece this with that, or I see a piece of clothing while I'm shopping and I see that I like that garment. Let me try to design something specifically for that garment, or just taking inspirations from different places. Like I mentioned earlier, the bong, like color palettes on the bong, just seeing shit and trying to imagine that on a garment or within a garment will help me with my design process. And also like collection theme or collection ideas. Like like I told you, the whole Sunshine Valhalla, how we'll have certain pieces within that. So having theme or having collection direction kind of helps me with my design process type shit. But it's all, you know, it's random. Yeah, it's impulsive shit. Like sometimes I feel like let's try to cook this up, and sometimes it'll be like I'm not feeling it. So it's impulsive. You get the creative block sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. That was gonna be my next question. Like, how do you kind of get over the creative block, or do you just like calm until it goes?
I just step away and I talk to my guys. They help me. They design. So like, if I'm feeling like I don't got no ideas, I'll ask them, try to get my juices back flowing. And vice versa, if they not feeling it or they got their own little creative block or they just not feeling it, they'll come ask me questions just to get their juices flowing. But you know, just if you have to, just step away from it for a little bit, shift your focus to something else, it'll come back to you. And just let it run its course, it'll come back to you, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Nah, man. Listen to that. That's good notes right there.
Yeah, bro.
Man, trying real shit right there. So with all that knowledge, pause.
Nah, for real. That's some real shit though, like you said.
Alright, so who are the other members of 4EVER13?
So all my guys really play a part of it, but like the main is me, Sev, Vaj. That's really the main three, like who are amongst everything, and then you got the rest of the guys, Jalen, Chase, CJ, Miles. Like it's all like a big family. Like when I throw that mob shit, like that really means, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
That's family, they're my people. So all the guys really play their part within it. Yeah, it's deeper than clothes, bro. You feel me? That shit deeper than clothes.
Definitely. What's cooking up next?
So
you man dropped. This was
so I have this is actually V2 of what's about to come out. It's gonna be real small, but V2 we actually released V1s. He has one right now, but we're actually gonna re-release them with a few minor changes. The quality's gonna be heavier, so we're gonna do these. We're gonna call it for fall, winter. And then spring, summer is gonna be huge. I'll be dropping snippets on my page all the time. What we're gonna do with shorts, like I mentioned earlier, Sunshine Valhalla, but I'll show a few of them. Same thing, V2, but the quality is just much better. It's heavier. You can feel it if you want to. Full zip. You got the sweats underneath. And we're actually aiming to drop these December 20th, so everybody stay tuned.
New colorways, same colorways?
So it's gonna be these 6 actually. Well, we're gonna throw a pink one in there as well, but that's supposed to be the surprise color, but y'all can get to see.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, after we have these though, that's when we're gonna introduce Sunshine Valhalla. We're probably gonna have a few rhinestone pieces come out. We're gonna do some boxing shorts. We're gonna of course do our signature athletic short. Then we're gonna, bring some, like I said, rhinestone hoodies. We're gonna try to do a whole feminine line. Wear a few female pieces, bodysuits, crop tops, shit like that. Small little tees, little varsity jackets. Also gonna try to have some camp shirts, bowling shirts. We got a lot on the way, bro. A lot of designing has been going on. So
I know in the beginning you were saying like you were touching up when you first started on like denim. Would you ever like go back to denim and do like some 4EVER13 custom denim?
Hell yeah. Eventually once we dab into that audience and get past a few things we've been going through, definitely I would love to release denim, wax denim, 100% pure denim. You got leather. So yeah, I definitely want to get into releasing bottoms for sure. I like the whole stitch work, reconstructed, distressed look. So it'll probably be along those lines when we do things like that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to tap into that. No doubt about it. Yeah, so hell yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, that's all the questions I got wrapped up this way.
Appreciate you, bro, for sure.
It was a great interview. Appreciate you for striking in for Striker Spaces.
Shout out Striker. My